u/Mitxlove Askreddit. What is something you remember from the internet that no longer exists?
Welcome to
AutoGenLabs.
daily Reddit content.
by robots.
For the internet.
I miss old PC flash games like I remember one with a fox and I think I played Backyard Soccer and Baseball or something like that.
LimeWire rip.
Email without spam.
MFN Messenger.
That penguin.
Homestarrunner.com, not the YouTube channel, the old Flash website, where you needed to look for and click on the Easter eggs to trigger them. I miss doing that.
Flash games. There would be arcade websites with hundreds of them. No ads to watch, just simple games.
Stumble upon. Sigh.
Remember that whole animated dancing baby thing was even on LMFB's most popular show of the time, which also disappeared late 90s, early zeros. It made no sense to me at the time, but looking back, it still makes no sense.
AltaVista.
AOL chat rooms.
GeoCities.
Craigslist personals.
The dial-up tone, Napster and MySpace.
Neopets.
Newgrounds edit. I guess it's actually still there, but it's not the same, so I guess I'm changing my answer to Reddit gifts. Wait.
Funny junk. Back when it was full of funny flash videos. Now it's like go.
There was this funny video called Karate Man. This guy who was humorously bad at karate goes through a day in the life, mentioning how he throws sand in kids' faces practicing karate, how he doesn't have a black belt because it's 2002, and a regular leather belt works just fine. Something like that. I think it was on Ebom's World or something, but I could never find it again.
Happiness and enjoyment.
Worth 1000, which was a site that had amazing Photoshop contests and pictures.
Yahoo Messenger. Squio click erio. Screech. Ein. Deep. Let's reboot again.
Under construction graphics on virtually every website. Immediate, I assume. And for those who are too young to have experienced this, early search engines were very basic hierarchical directories.
Dial for
Friendster. MySpace rebranded, it exists now, but not like before. Greener back in the day, free dial-up internet. Edit, free not greener.
a printed out hard copy directory of all the connected computers. Fine.
Filthy Frank.
A time with that annoying multiple ads on a place like YouTube. Wanna watch a video? Now you have to watch multiple ads you can't skip before the YouTube video begins, 2 minutes after it begins, and every 2 minutes within the video.
Webcrawler Ike.
Pebble.com. The dude sold out the big mattress.
Civility. I missed it early times when there was no ads or pop-ups. YouTubers being genuine.
Oh wow, Mechanicallvlan is still alive.
Stick death, linked videos and flashkins of stickmen fighting to the death, or you would raid a crack house and had to shoot the dealers before they got to you. Good times.
S2025 and Utopia web browser text-based MOS. Their parent company was Swerve.com.
The same crackling of the modem when connected and the inability to talk on the phone during the session.
My MSN chat was amazing.
HupoPower.org.
I personally miss AOL Messenger and ICQ, MSN Messenger, etc. I used to love the little knocking door sound when one of your contacts came online. I met so many interesting people in chat rooms back in the day.
Go far.
Walton, come.
Absence of advertising. Still, I'd rather have 20 pop-ups now than have to use dial-up modem just to have it drop the connection when I'm in the middle of taking down some ill-informed 13-year-old.
Jolly Roger's cookbook.
Adobe Flash.
My GeoCities page. We're
Planet Hot Wheels.
Total anonymity. No need to use a real name anywhere. No site needed my number. You could talk to anyone for years without knowing their name. A lot of little shops everywhere. You could just buy something from the random site online and it was safe. Right now, everything is like on 2 mega online markets, almost without competition.
Ask Jeeves.
Anexecure. A file sharing site with really good people.
Nimbus Messenger.
They had websites from startup long-distance phone companies. One had topless girl pics in their ads.
The AOL line you waited in to get on the internet. You're 457 in line. Oh boy, just another 20 minutes, then I can spend the next hour downloading the Lord of the Rings trailer. Also AOL Messenger.
A detailed article on how the moon landing almost didn't take place because the backup telecom Inca 4 wires going through Asia, Europe and the Atlantic was repaired a few hours before launch.
Fox Society, some awesome cartoons, including a baby exploding all over the walls from a peanut allergy. Unfortunately, from what I remember, it was found to be one of the favourite websites of a school shooter and it was taken down in a knee beep reaction.
FTP sites.
Atlas Fresh Logic Studio Satellite View. A great Google Maps style, but you could get in close on bird's eye view and was taken on an angle. You could see everything so clearly. It was bought up and took down.
Then Elondrix as own shockwave/shockwave Meebo.
Pointless waste of time. Come.
Freeso chat. Labyrinth. Family tracker and television without pity. Miss them.
Dan's gruesome gallery.
Google+.
YouTube video of a guy eating hot Cheetos and he kept saying, "Know what I mean."
Cubo. Aka James Perry.
Unity web games. There was one in particular that can't be played because on top of the ogling to it going away, it requires a super old version.
Visitor counters.
There used to be a cartoon rabbit done by one bloke every single day. This was in the early 2000s. Can't even remember the name.
Yeah, Olikins.
Biggie Guide, it was an application on a desktop that gave pretty detailed TV channel information. Sounds fairly unremarkable now, but at the time it was pretty amazing. Media centers were just becoming a thing.
For a time around 2014, Facebook allowed you to edit the thumbnail text of an article you linked. You can imagine how much people speak the fake news/misinformation epidemic would have been if they hadn't removed that feature.
I'm all, but some of the things that I miss are IRC games like Hash Chaos and Hash Riskabus. There used to be a lot of little quirky sites like the one that allowed a person to virtual dumpster dive for presents and then email the picture to someone. You might randomly get a shoe, a half-eaten sandwich, or my favourite a Fisher-Price Spawn set only missing a few pieces to send to the person you wanted to say hi to. Another site would give you the opportunity to send a ninja to assassinate them via email. It was a very low chance of success, but if the person, whether they were assassinated or not, would get the option to send a ninja to retaliate. Things like that. I don't miss things like email addresses as long as my arm, or when I would turn on my computer and then have to go make a beep of coffee before it was ready to do anything.
Specifically, the PopCap game Psychobabble. Used to play it all the time and the chat was often actually pretty good. Fairly sure I added people on ICQ I met in the Psychobabble chat.
I got a hold of his old computer for my dad. They have these things called diskettes with these wickedly cool games called Doom and Doomed to Beep on Earth. So, Rickroll.
Open information, not locked behind paywalls.
Ask Jeeves, Netscape, setting something to download before leaving for the weekend and praying it didn't air out or disconnect. Individual humor sites like awaysomuchtime.com and this pre-Reddit, pre-Tumblr personal web page site that was niche even then can't remember the name. A website that had a bunch of the same fish swimming across the screen and this meme song playing in the background. There's more for sure.
MSN Messenger.
Old Cartoon Network site. You got to create your own homepage and fill it with stickers you found hidden throughout the rest of the site. Better believe I had an animated Goku going Super Saiyan. Besides that, the website had some great Flash games.
Bloody Penguin.
I missed the Aldermissant and Yahoo chat rooms. I'd spend literal hours in there, talking to some of my friends online. I remember one time in the MSN chat room I used to help mod, we were all tracking a storm that was moving across the country. We had a member in Arizona, in New Mexico, in Texas, in Louisiana, in Alabama, and then me, in Georgia. We knew when it reached each other because it would knock the power out, therefore kicking us out of the chat. We timed it better than the National Weather Service themselves could ever hope for. I also remember everybody having their own websites made with GeoCities. Often with lots of glittery text, glittery pixels raining down all over the page, and MIDI music playing in the background. It was cool and all, but made your computer scream bloody beep.
On YouTube I only used the like feature to essentially create a list of videos I truly loved. Over the years, when I go back to that list, I'll see older videos on that list that are no longer available, and it makes me sad that I'll never really know what they were.
There was this site called Borders.com with a bunch of Flash games, and one game my brother and I loved playing was Red Baron. It was a 2D simple game where the planes flew in straight lines and you could either pitch up or down and shoot, and that was it. If you went out one side of the screen, you came back in the other. We'd wait for 45 minutes for the site to load on dial-up so we could play. And every time we wanted to, we'd have to move the entire computer desk out of our bedroom to the living room to hook it to the only landline socket in the house. Great times.
Yahoo Personals, and the girl I was dating from there wanting to tell everyone we met at a party because online dating seemed weird.
The online game didn't keep on.
Dial-up connection tones.
Privacy.
Bertesel, come thega pimo, come.
The walrus in his bucket. Didi, come.
I've got an incredibly niche one for you upfunkers.
Hall of Greedos, 95-96-ish. Someone was photoshopping Greedo's face into famous pictures. My fave was Greedo Jones looking at the golden idol. Also, mullets galore, early zeros. Dude posted pics of mullets and wrote hilarious taxonomical descriptions for each.
VMK.
Being able to just exist on a website without being monetized. My clicks used to just be for a cute little counter on the bottom of the page. Like wow, 13,000 hits, good job bro, as opposed to being data mined and sold off with no hesitation, concern, or vetting. That goes for the content too. If someone made a geostatus page about something, it was because they gave a beep about the thing. Now there's always an ulterior motive and an inherent bias based on the primary demographic and the advertisers that support them. We beep up. We should just go back to making a one-page website about your cat or why these bands or these movies are awesome, and everything else should just beep.
There used to be a site in the early 2000s where you could buy new albums got like 1/10th the price, but it still got shut down despite how obscure it was.
Thanks for watching. This has been an AutoGenLabs production. That means that this video was created by a robot out of content on Reddit. We show all account names and list them in the description to credit the Redditor community that makes our work possible. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. We post new videos every day. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please leave a comment. Our human department for public relations reads all of them, or won't be let out of their cages again. Goodbye.